Alrighty guys, welcome back to Simulation Station. Welcome back to Tower, I'm sorry, it's not Tower 3D Pro. This is I'm Air Traffic Controller for Naha DLC. Now guys, I had a few videos on that I had to just completely demolish because then I realized that, guess what, I didn't turn my microphone on. So I had three videos, this many, that I had to take off of YouTube because I had no audio. But we're going to go back and redo them, guys. And it's probably for the better. There's some things I wanted to change on them. So what we're going to do in this one, guys, this is all three of the tutorials. Here we are. This is all three of the tutorials for the new Naha DLC for I Am Air Traffic Controller 4. The first one deals with departures. The second one deals with approaches. And the third one deals with changing of the runways. So we're going to go back through them. And the reason I'm making the tutorials is because during the tutorial, this damn music's so loud. The tutorials, everything goes by so fast you can't really catch it. So I made these so you can stop, read it, back it up, look at it again, whatever you want to do. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. It helped me out tremendously because you really want to learn how to play this game, guys. You want to play this game properly. You want to play it right, and you want to beat it. So that's why we play games. So anyway, we're going to give it a try, guys. Tell me what you think about it. Love to have your subscription. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's get her going. Look for blue 873. Uh-oh, let me put this stuff on here, guys. That one. There we are. I don't like it stretched out like this, so I'm going to pull up here next to it. If there's a part in the controller divide and departure clearance, give ATC clearance. Call ATC clearance. Listen to ACT Air radio of ATC clearance.
Blue Air 873, clear to Osaka International Airport. ASA3 departure, Kafu transition, via flight front route maintain 1000, expect flight level 350, clock 201, wait back.
This probably needs to be turned a little more. Oh, wrong way. There we go.
Date park is correct. Contact
there we go.
ground 12.9.
I'll try to read this stuff as fast as I can, guys. Whoever put this together must be a speed reader. The aircraft have received departure clearance from the controller and will ask the controller of ground for pushback clearance. Give the pushback approval with the takeoff runway in mind. Well, this is the direction we want him to back out so we can head for his runway.
Pushback approved, heading south, runway 36 right. Pushback approved, runway 36 right, Blue Air 873.
Flick the screen and look around the aircraft. That's pressing the left mouse button, guys, and sliding your mouse. We've got something up here in the way. Return to the tower viewpoint and drag the screen. This is also pressing the left mouse button, guys. And it's to me it seems backwards because you push your mouse right and it goes left, but you get used to doing it. Down is up and up is down. So I wish there was a way you could change that. All right. Come on now. Okay, when pushback ends, you'll be asked for permission to taxi. Choose the route so that it does not conflict with other aircraft. We got that in the way. I imagine it's going to send us. Well, it is. I know it is.
今日もブルーエアウェイズをご利用いただきましてありがとうございます。
If you want to stop taxiing, you can also instruct hold this position.
大阪伊丹行きでございます。お席のベル
That
ト
will
を
drop
しっか
down.
りとお締めください。
Next, give the instructions if you want to change the route during
この飛行機は
taxi.
全席禁煙でございます。皆様のご協力をお願いいたします。
Magnify the radar image and check the position of blue 873. I don't see a blue, oh, I'm sorry. I don't see a blue 873 on here. Magnify the radar. No. Huh. I did that, guys. Come in with the bar. Alright. The aircraft seems to be stopped before blue 873. Change the route to avoid another aircraft. So we can do that. Change the route by clicking the points you want to pass over. There you are. And I promise you, the guy in that airplane right there, Blue 873, is not happy at all. The route delayed on the the route displayed on the radio also changed. See there, right there. Now you can turn that off, guys, right there. Okay, we're going to close this, but we're going to leave it on for the purposes of a tutorial. Okay, he wants us to go to orange 655. When the aircraft approaches the runway, it hands over to the tower in charge of taking off and landing from the charge of the ground. When tower handoff is instructed, even if the aircraft crosses the runway, it heads to into the runway without temporarily stopping. Please note that you are not able to give instructions using route change or hold the position. Once you tell this guy to take off, that's it. You're not going to be able to stop him. You're not going to be able to, nothing. Listen to ACT of tower handoff by instructing tower handoff.
Range Air 655, contact Naha Tower 118.2.
Contact Naha Tower, Orange Air 655. Naha Tower, Orange Air 655 on your frequency.
Switch the radar to air surveillance radar. In ATC and Naha Airport, you should pay attention to interference with Kaneda Air Base aircraft taking off and landing from the air base. You can check the interference with the Kaneda Air Base by using overall blah blah. When there are any Air Kaneda Air Base aircraft in the interference area approach specific altitude or higher, there you go. That's why I'm doing this, guys, because you can't continue reading. All right, this is the normal takeoff pattern. Let me see here. Yeah, I better not change it. That's the normal takeoff pattern, guys. Now it's fixing to show the restricted pattern. There's your restricted pattern. That way you don't interfere with any of the military aircraft. To avoid interference with or near misses with Kaneda Air Base aircraft, select takeoff clearance altitude restrictions. Check the air surveillance radar. There is a Kaneda base aircraft within the interference area. Sure is. Be careful about the interference with Kaneda base aircraft and call takeoff. We're going to restrict him. One thing about it though, when you restrict them and the tower comes on, they don't tell him they're restricted. They don't tell you that with restrictions. Now take a look at the takeoff scene from the aircraft viewpoint. I hear the pitter-patter of little feet just coming in the door. Hey, baby. Beautiful. And you know, guys, when you're in a real aircraft and the landing gear goes up, and you feel that slight movement when you lose that resistance of the landing gear, that's just great, fantastic. When the aircraft takes off, it hands over to the departure controller. Departure. Call departure handoff.
Orange Air 655, contact Naha departure, 119.2.
Contact Naha departure, Orange Air 655. Naha departure, Orange Air 655, airport.
As the aircraft climbs, it passes the next responsible controller. The aircraft radio will come on, so they confirm the aircraft presence with radar.
Orange Air 655, Naha departure, radar contact.
Roger, Orange Air 655.
Close the strip. As the aircraft continues to climb, it will be taken over by the area control center, and it now heads for its destination. Switch the air surveillance radar and take a look at where the aircraft continues to climb. And the funny thing about it, this one's not climbing. You'll notice up here, altitude's not changing. It's running about 320 knots. A knot, by the way, guys, is 1.15 miles per hour.
Air 125, contact Kobe control 132.4.
Contact Kobe control 132.4. Red Air 125 today.
All right, guys, that's going to conclude the departures tutorial. Alrighty, guys, tutorial number 2. This is for approach. And this, by the way, again, this is on the Naha DLC, guys. I have just waited forever for, but it's fantastic. Anyway, new and improved, guys. Now I can see. Let's get her going. All right, when the aircraft enters the airport's control space, controls on the ATC air radio passes the aircraft to the responsible section. Let's look for blue 990 that entered the control zone. There's blue 990 right there. First, check the position with the airport surveillance radar and select the aircraft. Adjust the size of the radar to view as necessary. Select blue 990. Let's go to him. He's going to come to us. Let's go to him. Since it is difficult to see blue 990 from the viewpoint of the control tower, switch to the viewpoint of the aircraft. The controller will inform the aircraft it has confirmed is within the control zone. We see you.
Landing runway 18 Blue Air 990.
Choose red 548. There he is. We've already reported that we see him on radar. Confirm the arrival time and instruct route change direct as necessary. At this time, consider the relationship of other aircraft and use route change to the airport. There you go. Not necessarily understanding why they did that, but it might save them a little time. That's not going to save them time, though. But the next one will. The fact that the route was changed is reflected in the radar image. This route change can also be used for separating adjustment from other aircraft. Instruct intercept final approach course to cancel the route change. There you go. Listen to ACT of the approach clearance. You can also direct landing approach clearance before route change, but be careful as route change instructions cannot be given after landing approach clearance is granted. Just like when you can't do anything after you clear them to take off, you cannot do anything once you clear them to land, except tell them to go around. Give these instructions as necessary by looking at the arrival time, position in relation to other aircraft, and the airport traffic congestion situation. When the aircraft approaches the airport, it is passed over the takeoff landing tower for landing. Instruct green 242 as it approaches the airport. There's green 242.
Wind Air 242, contact Naha Tower 118.2.
Contact Naha Tower, Runway 242. Naha Tower, Runway 242, spot 13.
Additionally, the aircraft was headed toward the airport and commenced its final approach. Check the condition of the runway and give the landing clearance. Let's check the condition of the runway and bam.
Green Air 242, runway 18 right, clear to land, wind calm.
Runway 18 right, clear to land. Runway 242.
各位贵宾，即马咱就要降落，请确实
Now
将
take a
你
look
的
at the
安全
aircraft
带
landing at the
绑
airport.
好
She's
将你
white
的
152.
桌啊。
Ain't that pretty, boys? Ain't that pretty? He's crabbing a little bit, guys, so he's got a headwind. He's coming in perfect. Look at that. 4 ambers, yellows. Now watch those spoilers come up when that engine reverse, guys. Boom, right there, look at that. After confirming the landing of the aircraft, select the exit point for the runway. Select an appropriate exit while confirming the position of the arrival spot and the distance of the following extra aircraft. So we want him off there as fast as we can get him off. Because we got green 242 coming in.
Available taxiway, White Air 152.
Okay, have ground take over.
皆様、ただいま那覇空港に到着いたしました。飛行機が完
I
全に
wish they would
停止
turn down the volume coming out of those
サインが
aircraft.
消えるまでお席にお座りのままお待ちください。
Diagram, White Air 152, spot 36.
When the aircraft contacts ground movement control, give the aircraft permission to taxi to the ground spot. To the gate. Alrighty, we've done it.
White Air 152, taxi via Yankee, Juliet 1 Alpha Delta.
Taxi via Yankee, Juliet 1 Alpha Delta. White Air 152.
Continue taxiing, and when the aircraft arrives at the spot, arrival terminal control is completed. Spot in later than expected. Arrival time will result in a delay. One can experiment with arrival times as long as the time limit due is considered. He's not late though. This concludes the arrival terminal control tutorial. ATC. Alrighty guys, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Alrighty guys, we're back with part 3 of our tutorial. This is going to be runway change. I want to show you something what my daughter just brought in. Check this out guys. Ha ha ha, my daughter just brought me in a Star Wars cup. One side says Star Wars, the other side says, let's see, may the Force be with you. Check it out guys. I'm so damn proud of that, I don't know what to do. It's my favorite cup, and know that from now on when I'm recording a video, this cup will be on my desk right there. Alright guys, changing runways, runway change. Let's get her started. If there is other aircraft on the runway used by an aircraft that has committed to landing, or if there is a sudden wind shear and it's not possible to land, the landing may be aborted and it may be attempted again. This is called an aborted approach or a go-around. As you can see, that's what you do. The decision to abort go-around can either come from the pilot or the controller, but in either case, after the go-around decision, the aircraft is considered to be a departing aircraft from the airport, and so is just like any other departure, is handed over to the responsible controller for departure. Let's practice the case where an aircraft has committed landing and must abort the landing and attempt to land again. Now, look for yellow 162 that has committed to landing. There it is right there. Let's go to him. Firstly, make sure there are no aircraft on the runway. No aircraft on the runway. If you check the ground gear, you'll also see it's dangerous to land the aircraft here because other aircraft is already on the runway. There he is right there. If you check with the ground level, there, yep, let's go around. I don't. Thank you. When trying to land on the runway that cannot be used due to wind direction, the pilot's discretion, a go-around will automatically occur. There's the aircraft right there, guys. Blue 217. Either the traffic controller put him out there, I don't know, but you can bet this guy right here and this yellow aircraft is not happy. Where's his shadow at, by the way? I see his shadow anyway. The aircraft flies over the runway and increases altitude.
We are going around yellow air 162.
Treat as a departing aircraft and hand off the controller responsible for departures.
Yellow Air 162. Contact Naha departure. 119.2.
Contact Naha departure. Yellow air 162.
It is the same traffic control that
Naha
it
departure.
has
Yellow
allowed.
air 162. Going around.
Close the strip. By having the aircraft repeat the landing attempt, the problem was avoided. Next, let's practice runway change. Okay. The aircraft will land into the wind. The wind direction is displayed on the radar in the weather forecast window, right up top right, or excuse me, top left. Go As you see, the wind has changed. No, it hasn't changed that bad anyway. When the wind direction changes, the runway will be used at the airport will be changed, and the runway that was originally planned may become unsafe. With reference to the weather forecast window, predicted minutes. How long before the runway will become usable? Da 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 da. Change the landing runway. Here we will explain how to change the runway as an example with an aircraft in the sky awaiting instructions. Change the radar. There we go. Select red 736. Call runway change. Indicate the runway to change to. This runway change direction can be indicated up to a certain distance from appearance in the sky and before pushback. After instructing the change of runway, the aircraft flies its course to the approach route of the new runway. The fact that the route was changed is reflected in the radar. After that, the process is the same as control of a normal arrival aircraft. This concludes the runway change tutorial, and that concludes all 3 tutorials, guys. Once again, this is a re-record with some audio for a change. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope it helps. Hope you can use it, and we will see you next time.